Hey there, this is Gary Fong at Sammy's Camera in Santa Barbara, just visiting the stores and want to do a real quick demonstration on the new Sony Gamma Diffuser and to teach you how to take your first shot, your first successful shot. So one of the really neat things about the Sony HV series of flashes, the 43 and the 58 and the new one, is that they've had this windshield wiper kind of a thing, which I think is great because you don't need to turn and twist your head when you're shooting verticals. On all of the other cameras, you know, you have to basically kind of turn and twist and things like that. So when you're shooting direct, that's also kind of neat because you're vertical and horizontal, you don't have to change. This was really neat for us to be able to create a flat diffuser that basically it's called the Gamma Diffuser, and the way that it works is it basically is you'll see that it's angled backwards just a slight bit so that it will pick up with these round balls here, will pick up the light and disperse them behind, and so it's not a reflector, but it's actually a shoot-through diffuser that gives a very, very, very soft angle. Now it's large, which is great because check out how big that is when it fires, and it gives a very, very beautiful light pattern. As with all of my other diffusers, it is on there solid. This will not fall off. The way that it mounts is you have this strap right here. We have the rubberized silicone blend strap that goes on the camera so that you don't have to put Velcro directly on the camera, and then you just basically put this on in front like that. This strap goes underneath the rubber part. You pull like that on, and then now it's on extremely tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a before and after photo to show you how to get your first shot, and we'll show you the settings. Now on the Sony, what you want to do is you want to go to the menu function, and you want to, on the Sony, what you want to do is you want to go to the function button on the right, and you want to go ahead and select on the left the flash mode, very, very simple, to what's called fill flash. That's a really, really simple mode, and it's available to you in program and all of the different auto modes as a starting point. Your ISO indoors typically would be probably like ISO 800. The reason why we want to put it on ISO 800 is because if we were to shoot at, say, ISO 100 indoors, we would have a very, very dark ambient exposure, and that would just basically make it very dark and creepy in here with a very soft light. So what we want to do is let some of the ambient come in, and all of the new cameras, especially the Sony Alpha series, are noiseless at ISO 800, so now you get the ability to shoot more wide open apertures, faster shutter speeds, more beautiful ambient light, and then a soft light source that bounces partially to the ceiling and also gives you probably a 4 by 6.5 inch big, fat, soft reflector. Now, it's not a reflector, it's a shoot-through diffuser. And the difference between a reflector and a shoot-through diffuser is that a reflector basically blocks light from going anywhere else except forward. And that's neat, except the problem is that just imagine you're in a dark room and you have one square that's aiming at your person. It's basically going to look like that square, and that square typically tends to be right on over the flash. So you'll have, just basically picture this incredibly dark room and one square that's lighting the face. What's neat about a shoot-through diffuser is that the light goes completely all the way around a room. The light goes backwards, forwards, but most importantly through as the fill. So basically what we're doing is we're giving a lot of ambient light through the room and then giving a nice additional fill flash to the front, which gives you that soft quality of exposure. So first thing, of course, is we're just going to hit the ISO button on top, put it on ISO 800, that's number one. Put the camera on P mode for program, and then back here on the function button, hit the function button, and then just choose flash mode on the top left, and then we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and do the first shot, and again I'm going to shoot a vertical shot, which means I'm just simply going to turn the head like that, which will give it this. And we're going to do a comparison of direct flash and with the Gamma Diffuser. So the first one I'm going to do is with direct flash. I'd like to show you because a lot of times people think, well, you know, the lighting is just basically an effective bounce. I'd like to show you how high the ceiling is here, because a lot of times the thought is, well, it's just a bounce reflector, and that's what is causing the light, but that's not actually the case. A lot of times people think that the that a lot of the softness of the lighting is because of the bounce, but that's really not the case. It's because we have such a large light source, and this of course does contribute to it, but it's not going to contribute that much here because the ceiling is so high. So again, ISO 800, and I'll just do a comparison shot before and after.